Welcome, brave souls, to a realm where shadows whisper secrets too vile for the light. I'm here to unravel tales so chilling that your skin will crawl long after the silence falls. Help me reach my first 1,000 subscribers, hit that button now, and together, let's unearth the horrors awaiting us tonight. It's the end of my first day back at Brookpine Technical High School, and the late August sun is still beating down as I walk out of the school. I'm a senior now, juggling both academic and trade classes, and I'm feeling a mix of excitement and nerves about the year ahead. As I'm about to board the yellow bus that'll take me home, I overhear that my usual ride has been canceled. That's when Tyler, a sophomore I've seen around but never really talked to, approaches me. He's always seemed a bit shy, keeping to himself mostly. Today, though, he offers to drive me home. It's a kind gesture, but I politely decline, remembering my mom's strict rules about accepting rides from anyone she hasn't met. Plus, Tyler's sudden attention feels a bit off. As we chat briefly, he says something that catches me off guard. He mentions a specific detail about my neighborhood, the old oak tree at the corner of my street. I never told him where I lived, and it sends a shiver down my spine. How does he know about that tree? I thank him again for the offer, but stick to my decision to take the bus. As I settle into my seat, I can't shake the uneasy feeling that's starting to creep up on me. It's just the first day, and already something feels different. Something feels wrong. As the fall semester rolls in, I find myself tutoring Tyler in mechanical design after school. It's a subject he struggles with, and I'm happy to help. Our sessions are friendly enough, filled with the usual chatter about gears and blueprints. But soon, Tyler starts texting me outside of our scheduled times, asking about things that have nothing to do with school. He wants to know what horror movies I like, which is fine, but then he starts recommending these weird conspiracy YouTube channels. It's a bit odd, but I brush it off as him trying to be friendly. Until one evening, when I get a text from him with a photo attached. It's a picture of the old oak tree right outside my house, the same one he mentioned on the first day of school. My heart skips a beat. How did he get this photo? I never told him my address, and I certainly didn't invite him over. The unease I felt back in August starts to grow stronger. Tyler's texts are becoming more frequent, and his questions more personal. It's like he's trying to weave himself into every part of my life, and I'm not sure how to untangle myself from this web he's spinning. It's October now, and the chilly air nips at my cheeks as I board the yellow bus home. Lately, Tyler's been sitting next to me, and it's starting to make me uncomfortable. He wakes me up from my usual doze with questions that feel way too personal. He asks if my sister got a new job, and why I don't go to the Dollar Den on Fridays anymore. How does he know these things about my life? I start keeping a record of his behavior, noting down each strange question and interaction. It feels like he's trying to piece together my entire routine. I need to talk to someone about this, so I confide in my best friend, Renee. She listens, her eyes widening with concern as I tell her everything. Renee decided to look online and discovered something terrifying. Tyler is part of a disturbing online forum that glorifies social revenge fantasies. My stomach churns at the thought. This isn't just about him being overly friendly or curious anymore. It's something darker, and it's creeping into my everyday life. I know I need to be more cautious, but I also need to figure out how to stop this before it goes any further. It's 2 weeks before the winter formal, and the school cafeteria buzzes with excitement. I'm sitting with my friends when Tyler approaches me, right in front of everyone. He asks me to the formal, his eyes hopeful. I feel a knot in my stomach. After everything that's happened, there's no way I can say yes. I decline as gently as I can. making up an excuse about a family event that night. The moment I say no, Tyler's expression changes. He turns cold and distant, walking away without another word. It's a relief at first, but then the texts start coming. He's guilt-tripping me, making me feel like I've done something wrong. And then, the notes begin appearing in my locker. Each one is more unsettling than the last. One note stands out, chilling me to the bone. It simply reads, "You're making a mistake. I'm your last chance." My hands shake as I read it. What does he mean by that? Is this some kind of threat? I know I need to be careful, but I also feel a growing sense of dread. Tyler's behavior is escalating, and I'm not sure what he'll do next. I'm in the technical lab, working on a project when I hear a commotion. It's Tyler, and he's completely lost it. He's screaming about his missing phone, tearing through the lab, and smashing equipment left and right. The sound of metal crashing to the floor sends shivers down my spine. As he mumbles violent things under his breath, I catch a glimpse of him hitting his head against a locker outside in the parking lot. Everyone's shocked, and someone pulls out their phone to record the meltdown. I know I need to report this to the school, so I head straight to the administration office. But when I tell them what happened, they brush it off. They mention Tyler's father and his generous donations to the school, citing Tyler's emotional adjustment issues as if that excuses his behavior. It's infuriating. Later, I hear that the video of Tyler's outburst was posted online but disappeared from social media within hours. It's like someone doesn't want the world to see what he's capable of. This whole situation is spiraling out of control, and I'm starting to feel helpless. But I know I can't let this go. I need to find a way to make sure Tyler's actions don't go unchecked. I'm at home, trying to shake off the unease from Tyler's meltdown at school, when my phone buzzes with a new voicemail. I listen, and my blood runs cold. It's a detailed description of my sister's daily routine, things only someone who's been watching her closely would know. I'm horrified. How did Tyler get this information? I rush to the school counselor's office the next day, desperate for help. But when I explain everything, the counselor looks at me skeptically. They accuse me of exaggerating and even suggest that I'm bullying a vulnerable student. I can't believe it. Tears well up in my eyes as I feel completely dismissed. Feeling helpless, I call my mom from the counselor's office. I break down, telling her everything. She's furious and demands immediate action. Without hesitation, she contacts a friend in local law enforcement, determined to bypass the school's bureaucracy. I feel a glimmer of hope knowing that someone is finally taking this seriously. But the fear lingers. Tyler's actions are escalating, and I'm scared of what he might do next. It's evening, and I'm sitting at home, anxiously waiting for any news. My mom's friend in law enforcement arranged for a deputy to visit Tyler's home. I can barely sit still, hoping this will finally put an end to Tyler's disturbing behavior. The deputy goes to Tyler's neighborhood on an evening patrol. When he confronts Tyler, he warns him about his actions and the consequences they could have. Later, the deputy shares with us what he found during the visit: detailed sketches of my route to school and a journal filled with obsessive notes about me. My heart sinks. It's even worse than I thought. With this evidence, I file an official report. The school can no longer ignore the situation. They're forced to take action, and I feel a small sense of relief. But then, just before his number is blocked, Tyler sends one final text. "You'll be sorry when I'm gone." It's a threat, a warning, and it makes me realize that even though the school is finally doing something, this might not be over yet. I'm still scared, but at least now, there's a chance for some justice. It's the spring semester, and I'm sitting in the school library trying to focus on my studies. But the events with Tyler have left me with a lingering sense of anxiety and distrust. I'm more cautious now, always looking over my shoulder, even though he's no longer at school. I decide to share my story anonymously through a popular podcast, hoping it might help others in similar situations. I talk about everything that happened, from Tyler's odd questions to his terrifying meltdown and the sketches he made of my route to school. It's cathartic, but it also brings back the fear. The podcast episode gets a lot of attention, and listeners send in messages of support. But then, just as the episode is wrapping up, there's a chilling twist. One listener sends in a message claiming to have known Tyler. They say he was recently discharged from a behavioral facility near my hometown. A surge of fear grips me when I hear those words. It's a stark reminder that even though things have quieted down, the impact of what happened still lingers. I'm left wondering about Tyler's past, and what might have driven him to act the way he did. But sharing my story has given me a sense of empowerment, and I hope it helps others feel less alone in their struggles. Starting sophomore year, I felt like a ghost drifting through the halls of my suburban high school. My name's Emma Caldwell, and I'm the quiet type, the one who blends into the background. Creative speech class with Mr. Duran was the worst, full of drama and energy I couldn't match. Usually, I'd spend the hour whispering with Riley, my only real friend, trying to make the time pass. One day, as I slid into my usual seat, something caught my eye, a folded note under my desk. My heart skipped a beat as I unfolded it. It was a poem, awkward and earnest, with my name spelled perfectly at the top. Emma, your quiet grace speaks volumes to me, it read. It was signed by Nate, the senior who always sat behind me, silent and unnoticed like me. What scared me was not only the poem but also the drawing below. It was me, my exact hairstyle and the bracelet I wore every day, details I'd never shared online or anywhere else. How did he know? A shiver ran down my spine as I tucked the note away, feeling suddenly very seen. I tried to shake off the first poem as a weird coincidence, just a fluke. But as I approached my locker in the crowded school hallway, my heart sank. There it was, another note, this time taped right to my locker door. The words sent a chill through me. I watched the way your smile lit up at lunch today. It felt like someone had been peering into my life, uninvited. Riley, always the optimist, thought it was romantic. She nudged me, saying I should be flattered that someone noticed me. But all I felt was a growing dread, like I was being watched every second. The thought of someone observing me so closely made my skin crawl. Then, during math class, I glanced out the window, and there he was, Nate, standing still as a statue, staring directly at me. His eyes locked onto mine, and I couldn't look away. It was as if he was confirming what the note had said he was always watching. That moment, I knew this wasn't just a fluke. It was something much more unsettling. After the second poem, I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. It was like a shadow following me everywhere. Then, one afternoon near the school gym, Nate cornered me. His presence was overwhelming, and before I could react, he handed me a thick, black binder. My hands trembled as I opened it. Inside were dozens of poems, each one more unsettling than the last, and eerie sketches of my face capturing moments I didn't even remember. Nate's voice was calm but intense as he said it was just the beginning, that our story was only starting. I was too terrified to do anything but nod politely, my mind racing with fear. That night, I hid the binder under my bed, unsure of what to do next. The poems haunted me, especially one that read, I saw you in the hallway, but you didn't see me. One day, we'll both look and never look away again. It felt like a promise or a threat, and I couldn't tell which was worse. As twilight settled over my neighborhood, I caught sight of a figure standing by the lamppost near my house. I froze for a second when I recognized Nate. Panic surged through me, but I managed to keep my cool in front of my parents, telling them it was just a neighbor walking their dog. Inside, though, I was terrified. From that day on, I started taking longer routes to school, sneaking in through back doors, trying anything to avoid him. But no matter what I did, Nate always seemed to be nearby, like he knew my every move. It was as if he could predict where I'd be, and it scared me to my core. One evening, as I glanced out my bedroom window, I saw something that made my blood run cold. A paper heart taped to the glass from the outside. It was a chilling reminder that Nate was closer than ever, and no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't shake him off. After the late-night orchestra event, I was walking to Riley's car in the dimly lit parking lot, my mind still buzzing with the music. Suddenly, out of nowhere, Nate grabbed me. His grip was firm, and he whispered urgently that we didn't have to hide anymore, that he knew we were meant to be. He wanted me to run away with him. Before I could react, he pulled out a necklace with a ring tied to it, trying to put it around my neck. Panic surged through me as I struggled to get away. Then, out of the corner of my eye, I saw Riley rushing towards us. She shouted about an emergency and yanked me away from Nate, dragging me to safety. As we sped away in her car, my heart pounded in my chest. The scariest part? Nate had memorized my schedule and even brought my favorite snack, something I'd never told anyone about. It was a chilling reminder of how closely he'd been watching me and how deep his obsession ran. Years had passed since high school, and I was now 20, settling into my college dorm room. Life felt normal again, until one day I stumbled upon a viral news article shared by old classmates. My heart stopped when I saw Nate's name. He'd been arrested for possessing disturbing content, and was suspected of stalking multiple underage girls. As I read through the list of names, my stomach churned. One of them was Riley. Shaken, I searched Nate's name online and found a self-published poetry collection. The cover of the book gives me goosebumps. It's a picture of my childhood face. I flipped through the pages feeling a mix of fear and anger. Then I reached the dedication page, and the words hit me hard. To my forever muse, our story never ends. It was a haunting reminder of the past, a past I thought I'd left behind. But seeing my face on that book, knowing Nate was still out there, made it clear that some shadows never truly fade away. It's a calm night in my quiet apartment in Delvine, the kind where the city's hum is just a distant lullaby. My dad snoring softly in the next room, a comforting sound from his visit overseas. I'm on a video call with a friend, laughing about the day's silly moments, when my phone buzzes with a notification from Strobe, the live streaming app I sometimes use. A friend request pops up from a user named Ghostwatch13. The profile is bare. No photo, no followers, no streams. It's odd, but I shrug it off until another notification flashes. Ghostwatch13 is live. Curiosity gets the better of me, and I tap into the stream. The video is shaky and grainy, showing my apartment building from across the street. My heart skips a beat. It's late, and the streets are empty. Yet here's this eerie stream focused right on my home. I check the viewer count. It's 0. Except for me. I'm the only one watching this unsettling scene unfold in real time. A chill runs down my spine as I realize the implications. Someone out there is watching me, and now I'm watching them back. But who is Ghostwatch13, and what do they want? The night just got a lot less calm. Minutes tick by and I try to shake off the unease from that creepy live stream. It's probably just a prank, right? But as I'm about to close the app, another notification pops up. My heart sinks as I see it's Ghostwatch 13 again, now streaming live from inside the building's stairwell. The camera focused on the sign for my floor. Panic starts to bubble up inside me. This isn't just some random stream anymore. It's getting too close for comfort. My phone buzzes again, and I almost drop it in my rush to see what's happening now. The new stream shows my front door, the camera just feet away. It's like someone's standing right outside, filming. I jump up, my heart racing, and rush to the peephole. I press my eye against it, scanning the hallway, but there's nothing, no one. The corridor is eerily empty, yet the stream on my phone tells a different story. Someone's out there, or was just moments ago, and they're getting closer. I lock the door, double-checking the deadbolt, and back away slowly. My mind races with questions and fears. Who is doing this? How are they getting these shots? And most importantly, what do they want with me? The tension in my apartment is palpable as I shake my dad awake, my voice trembling as I spill everything about Ghostwatch 13 and the streams that are getting too close for comfort. He listens, but I can see the skepticism in his eyes. It sounds crazy, even to me. Just as he's about to reassure me it's probably nothing, my phone buzzes again. We both freeze as I open the new notification. Ghostwatch 13 is live, and this time, the stream is from inside my bedroom. The camera angle is from above, as if it's perched on the ceiling or a shelf. We scramble to search the room, flipping cushions, checking every nook and cranny, but there's no camera. It's like it's invisible, or not even there at all. My dad, trying to make sense of it, insists it must be some kind of hack, a digital trick to make it look like the camera is in the room. But I'm not convinced. The streams are too real, too specific. Someone's watching us, and they're getting bolder. The thought sends shivers down my spine as we sit in the dimly lit room, the eerie 05 silence broken only by the soft hum of the strobe app waiting for the next notification to drop. We're packing our bags, ready to get out of this nightmare, when suddenly the entire apartment plunges into darkness. A citywide blackout, just our luck. My heart races as our phones light up with another notification from Strobe. Ghostwatch 13 is live. Again. I hesitate, my finger hovering over the screen. Do I really want to see what's next? But curiosity, mixed with a growing dread, wins out. I tap the notification, and the stream loads. It's our living room. Eerily familiar, yet terrifying in the dark. And then, a figure crosses the screen. A shadowy silhouette, moving with purpose. At the same moment, a faint creak echoes from the hallway outside our apartment. It's soft, almost imperceptible, but in the silence of the blackout, it's as loud as a scream. My dad and I exchange a look, the fear in his eyes mirroring my own. We're not alone, and whoever or whatever is behind this is closer than ever. With the apartment still cloaked in darkness, my dad and I grab our flashlights, driven by the need to find out who's behind this. We follow the faint sound of footsteps, our beams cutting through the gloom. The noise leads us to the laundry room, where we spot a loose panel behind the washing machine. I help my dad move the machine aside, and we pry the panel open. It reveals a narrow maintenance tunnel, barely wide enough for a person to squeeze through. We exchange a nervous glance before stepping inside, the air thick with dust and the unknown. As we navigate the cramped space, our flashlights reveal signs of life. Discarded food wrappers, a makeshift mattress, and a collection of old electronics. My stomach churns when I spot a camera rig among the clutter. Someone's been living inside these walls, watching us, filming us. The realization hits like a punch to the gut. Ghostwatch 13 isn't just a digital ghost. It's a real person, hiding in the shadows of our home. The next morning, we're at the police station, recounting the night's terrifying events. The officers listen intently, but their search of the apartment turns up nothing, no trace of the intruder. The maintenance tunnel we found leads to an old service door that hasn't been used in years, locked from the outside. As the investigation continues, my phone buzzes with a notification. I glance down to see Ghostwatch 13 has deleted itself mid-investigation. It's like the digital ghost has vanished into thin air, leaving us with more questions than answers. My dad and I decide we can't stay in that apartment anymore. We pack up and leave for good, hoping to put this nightmare behind us. But as we drive away, I can't shake the feeling of being watched. Even though we're safe now, I keep the strobe app installed on my phone. I find myself obsessively checking it, half expecting another notification from Ghostwatch 13. The fear lingers. A constant reminder of the stranger who invaded our lives and then disappeared without a trace.